Okay, so we can get started talking about bookings. Let's see here. Has anybody tried anything recently that has worked really well for them? I guess I'll first off say, because we always wait till the end to share, but if you guys have anything you want to share right off the bat, we'll open it up.
I have someone who wants to book during May, and what got them to book is I said the air purifier is coming out with a kit. So instead of just buying the air purifier, it's coming with a kit, and it's technically cheaper in the long run. And if you do a party and it reaches X amount, you can get it for half off.
The air purifier?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And so what did they say? Are they
They said in the first 2 weeks of May they're going to book with me. So
and they know it's only for like this month, right?
Yeah.
All right. So guys, using that air purifier, you talked them into a party, huh?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Anybody else? No. Okay, well, I guess we can get Sharon here. Sorry, we just came up with the topic yesterday because we were a little crazy all over the place. Carrie's had 2 parties back to back that have failed. Well, that's a bummer. What were the hostesses just not super engaged, or what do you think? Yeah, they weren't helping you out at all. I find that is huge. If you don't have that hostess interaction, it really can hinder the way the party goes. I mean, and honestly, if they're not excited about it, why should their customers? Why, should anyone else be purchasing or wanting to get excited about it? I always try to talk up my hostesses ahead of time. And I mean, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but just say, hey, I just really need your help for this. All I need you to do is be the hype girl. Like, I need you to hype it up and like share what you're excited about. I want you to tag your friends and things that they'd like. So like I say, hey, if you see our warmer of the month and you that they're going to absolutely love it, tag a bunch of people. Or if you think it's awesome, be like, oh my God, Carrie, you need to see this, and by sharing that with friends, by telling them that like, I need your help, it just shows that like, I guess I'm trying to find the way to say it. It shows that like you're not putting it all on them. You just want their input. And by being that hype girl and showing how excited they are about the products, that's only going to make it easier on you. And it's going to show them that that's how easy it is to sell Scentsy. So by sharing, by posting pictures, by saying, these are the warmers I have at home, and I tell them that take pictures of the products you have. You don't have to like put yourself in the, like we always say, you don't have to put yourself in the photo if you really don't want to. You don't have to, make your house look great. Just take a picture of the warmer and be like, this is my favorite Scentsy warmer. What's your favorite Scentsy warmer? And they're totally going to comment more on her stuff because they're friends, when stuff that she posts pops up, excuse me, that's going to flag faster than anything that you're going to post. And by getting that interaction, then you can comment to them and say, oh yeah, I used to love that one. Or, oh, hey, we still have that one available. And, oh, they'll message, that, oh, I have this one, but the bulb broke out, and now I've tried Walmart bulbs and they don't work anymore. Oh, well, here, and that can help you add to a sale with them, which is awesome. But yeah, that's such a tough one to try to pull it out of somebody who decides they want to host a party, but they don't want to do anything for it. That's a rough one.
So I have a twist on that for like hostess that, they're really not kind of getting things going. You can say to them, if you get $200 in outside orders, just not from your party, but, kind of getting people outside of your party area, maybe neighbors, whatever, people that you don't actually have on social media that you're not adding to your group, could be colleagues, whatever. I'll give you XYZ for free. So that's when I really get that perpetual party reward item working for me, because I know if they get the party to $200, I know 100% there's going to be some like free and half off items to get going, right? And then I can use that stuff, to kind of not coerce them, but to really like chat with them and be like, okay, well, this is what's going to benefit you, because we know that people want to see what it is, what's in it for them. They want to know, okay, well, what are the benefits for me hosting a party? So the best thing to do is to show them the hostess rewards. I know in the Mighty Goal Getter group under albums, we have an album that's, I think it's called Consultant Tools or Consultant Goodies or something. And that's where you're going to find all, the levels for the half off items, the free, all that good stuff. You can always use your perpetual party reward item too, as like a booking reward bonus system that you can kind of make thresholds on it. So like, this would be a personal special, obviously. So you're not going to be like posting this image anywhere, but you could make something on Canva and send it out to your people that that are potential hosts, and show them kind of like, okay, if your party hits $265, I'm going to additionally, aside from like the free and half off items that Scentsy is going to give you, I'm going to give you a free mini warmer. And then you could say like, if your party hits 400, I'm going to give you a mini warmer and 3 bars of your choice. 500, a $46 warmer, 665, a $46 warmer and 3 bars, $800, a warmer of your choice. You could say 1,000, a diffuser. Like those are just extras that people will see as like, wow, so I'm getting all of these rewards that Scentsy's giving me, and then you're going to give me on top all of these rewards when I host a party. Of course, they're going to book a party with you, because it's like they're getting more for booking with you than they would be, let's say Allison's not running that promo, and they're going to be like, well, I love Allison and I want to have a party with Allison, but I know Brandy's going to give me like all this free stuff and then free stuff plus more, so I'm going to go with her. So it's always about making it more beneficial for your customer, because we all know that everybody wants everything for free. Nobody really wants to pay for anything. Everybody wants all the good stuff for free. So that's just kind of like an extra bonus. But remember, do this with like private message. You can stick them in orders as they're going out and say like, this is my May booking special, and, show a chart with, like you can make things so easily on Canva. Canva is the most amazing tool to be making images, and then just print them off. Like send them to print shop, whatever you do, but just, make sure you're doing things within your budget. But guys, like back to showing the rewards, people don't know what they're getting for free and half off unless we're showing them, right? So like you can show a chart and say, hey, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get 2 half off items, and, $46 in free product, but you're not actually like showing them what the product is. So I know a really interactive post that gets a lot of hits is, when you get your next order in, put all your free and half off items together that, that hostess got, and play guess what my hostess paid for these. So it could be, like a stack of bars and a bunch of warmers and, some room spray and whatever your hostess got for those items. Take an awesome picture of it and say, can you guess what my hostess paid for these? You're going to get people astronomically guessing, or you can just say like, guess what I paid for these, or like something like that. Because you yourself could be a host, right? We all know that. Great thing about Scentsy is, because maybe you're new and you're like, Brandy, I don't have a party that's going in, or I don't have a party coming to me, we can manipulate our Scentsy system. Like we can get into that workstation, we can get into an order, we can add things up in our carts to get to the free and half off item levels. And we can show what our hostess is getting for the minimum price that they're paying, getting it at free and half off. And people love seeing that. They're like, wow, that's amazing. I want that. Like, I'm sorry, but if you're on Facebook and you're scrolling, and then all of a sudden you see like a post and it's like, Bruce, stop with the attitude. Yeah, talking Becky. All of a sudden you're like, wow, you're scrolling and it's like 18 bars free and this beautiful warmer and 3 room sprays. Ask me how to get yours. People are going to stop their scroll and they're going to be like, what? This person got this diffuser for free and 16 bars and this and that. Because people want to know what's going to benefit them. But, you know, guys, the biggest thing too right now is people are really shying off on the word party. Like party is kind of like, not like a faux pas. I don't want to say faux pas, but it's like people hear party and they hear, oh, that might be a lot of work. So like you could make something, switch the words and have it as a social, a sniff session. I don't know what, there's tons of words that people are using right now that not on the top of my head, they're not coming out, but you know, just kind of like open house, like just change the words to make it less stressful sounding. Because I know me, when I hear party, I'm like, I've got to clean my house, I got to cook for people, I've got to get like all these things going. You know, we don't have to do that. We need to, you know, kind of scale it back and bring the fun back into things. Because guys, I'm doing my first vendor show on Friday. Haven't done any events in 2 years. Am I nervous as heck? Yes, because I'm not sure if I have enough stock, if I have too much, if I know where all my stuff is. I was at Allie's tonight, borrowed a bunch of stuff from her because I'm like, I don't even know where my tablecloth is. Like, I have no idea. But you can bet your bottom dollar that every person that walks by that table is going to know that I am the Scentsy lady there, and everybody's going to get a cotton ball cleanup with all my information on it, a sample. They're not walking away from my table without me connecting with them, because I used to run my business on trade shows, trades and events. That's how I built my business, just getting out there, meeting people and kind of connecting with people. A lot of my direct frontline people that I have actually signed up, I've met at trade shows and parties. So when you think like, oh, I'm not really a big partier, that's okay. Parties don't have to be that traditional party. You can party. We could party right now. If like, you could have a Zoom party where you're on here showing people different products. It could be a Facebook text party, like a bag party where people are taking your testers and doing all the work and coming back to you. Like, there's so many different ways. So when you hear party, don't go, uh-oh, I'm not doing that. Like, for the last 2 years, guys, we have been successfully running our businesses virtually online through online parties and God knows what else. On, you know, Scentsy Magic and Sunshine. I'm not sure, but I'm super excited for Friday, because I am giving every single person my contact information, because I need to make new connections. I don't know about you guys, but
I am in the same boat. Oh my God.
I'm getting down to the bottom of the barrel, and I need to broaden my surroundings. So you can't grow your business unless you're opening up more avenues to networking. That could be joining different Facebook groups. That could be, you know, joining different communities that are on Facebook. If you have an interest, like I seen Veda, she's looming, you know, she could be on a loom group, you know, meeting people that way, meeting people at the dog park. You know, people are socially awkward right now. Like they're kind of shying back a bit. Like I work in customer service that sometimes people don't even want to come too close to me or even talk to me. And I'm like, I'm that talker. So like, if you're a talker, which I'm sure you probably are working in this business, help people get out of their uncomfortable zone right now, because a lot of people have forgotten how to people. We really have. We've forgotten how to say, oh, sorry, or, oh, thank you for holding the door for me, or even how to hold the door for anybody anymore. So like try to bring that back naturally for yourself. And, that will kind of pour into your business, because gosh, you might hold the door for somebody and you got a Scentsy sweater on and they look back and they're like, oh, thanks. Oh, you got a Scentsy sweater on, you sell Scentsy. Like I had a guy we have a local food place, little restaurant called the Golden Rooster. And I had my Wax Boss sweater on. And he was like, I'm sorry, you were just in here ordering takeout and you came back to get your stuff. What is a Wax Boss? Like, and he was like a 20-year-old boy. And I was like, here's my business card. Like, check me out. Like just simple things like that. Like never be Scentsy naked. And that, it could be your purse. It could be a hat. It could be the branding on your car. It could be just like a catalog in your purse for when you open up your mouth and say to somebody, oh, what do you do for a living? That's the key thing, guys. What do you, we all are about, bragging and talking about ourselves. If you talk to anybody, you ask them, well, what do you do for a living? No, my cat's not in heat. This is just my very vocal male. Yeah, he's just a yappy, yapper.
Okay.
People like to brag about themselves. So if you ask somebody, oh, what do you do for a living? And you're just having casual conversation, they'll tell you like, oh, I'm a goat farmer. I don't know. I'm just making that up, but I would like to be a goat farmer. I want those fainting goats. That's the type of goats I would like, because
They're hilarious.
they're so funny. And like, how bad of a job could you have right now? Like, you just go out and sit in the field and watch these goats like, they fall over. I'd literally die every day of my life. But more than likely, that person is going to come back to you and say, oh, well, what do you do for a living? And right away, you could, be, a cashier at Tim Hortons, or, I don't even know, Parks and Rec manager. You could be anything, but don't lead with that. Lead with, I own my own business. And then they're going to come out and say, oh, wow, that's amazing. What type of business do you own? And you can go into your Scentsy spiel. And guys, never be ashamed that you're a Scentsy consultant, because for many years when I first started out, I thought, I'm just a Scentsy consultant. I'm just a Scentsy consultant. No, you're not just a Scentsy consultant. You are a Scentsy consultant. You've ran your business through a pandemic. You've joined and opened up your own business through a pandemic. You are a badass boss. So don't just think that you are just something. You are a Scentsy consultant. So make sure you own that. Be proud to be a Scentsy consultant and be proud of the products that we have, because there's not many companies that can be growing in the middle of a pandemic. And that's us. Like I know we're getting to the end of it, but our business has survived and has flourished, and we have grown like tremendously. So be proud of what you have. Be proud of what growth is coming within your business, because you never know. You never know when your next order is coming, your next join. Like this is an exciting business to be in. It's cool to wake up in the morning and then all of a sudden you get your like first random PWS order and you're like, wow, that's so cool. Like when that day comes, you're going to be like, where did this order come from? But I'm appreciative. So that's my spiel right now on, the way that I'm doing, my marketing for my parties that are not parties, that I'm, revamping the name, because people are getting, tired of the party name. But they love to see those hostess rewards. So show it to them. Show them actual physical product of what they can get. Like guys, show them take a picture, take a selfie of yourself with 6 bars and say, would you like to get these for $20? Or like something like, I'm just making that up on the fly, but it could be something like, if you could have these for $20, would you? Ask a question. Never just make a post and it just be like a closed-ended post. I really love to kind of have a question on the end of it, because you're going to get more interaction on that post. So, Allie, what you got, girl?
Well, not too much tonight, but I had a couple little things that I was watching some trainings this week couple little bits and pieces that stuck with me. And the first one was a quote that Orville Thompson had said, and it was, work your business like it's a university degree, or for you US gals, like a college degree. I know you guys call it college, where we call it university. Anyway, work your business like it's a 4-year degree. And what are you going to get out of that at the end of this 4-year degree? Right? With our businesses. If you really have that mentality, like, I am going to try to recruit 2 a month and hit my 2000 PRV, which means I'm going to get out of my comfort zone and I'm going to do these booking blitzes where every 1 day a week that you're not busy with the kids, and it's not a Monday that you're tired after the weekend, or a Friday where you're getting ready for the weekend. I'm going to sit down and do these booking blitzes, and I'm going to message everybody, and I'm going to try to get 6 parties a month. Plan, so if you plan and you have the numbers, you're not going to fail. Even if there's going to be parties that are going to flop, but then you're going to have a party that's going to do really well over and above, and you're going to hit these targets in 4 years. If you're consistently having parties, which means you're getting more and more people in front of you that are not in your regular group, you are going to build your business, and eventually it is going to grow till you have a team. And that, again, in 4 years, you work hard, you pay tuition, you go to college, and you hopefully come out so you get a better paying job. Well, look at Scentsy, like, you're going to work this for the next 4 years, and in 4 years, you're going to be making money on a team, but you got to do the hard things. And, it's not magic. It's just making a plan and sticking to it. And, I remember even for a while, I got out of the loop with COVID, even booking parties. And then we had one of our booking blitzes, and I booked like 8 parties off the hop. And I was like, why haven't I been doing this every month? Like, it's just asking people, and if they really don't want to, they'll say no, or they'll say, hey, yeah, in a couple months, stuff busy right now, but I'd love to, then circle back. And the only other thing is, there was this flower analogy where, everyone starts off with Scentsy, right? And we have a flower. So here's the round part of the flower. And it's like the inside of your flower is all your family and friends, right? So everyone's always pumped. They join, they have their launch party, which hopefully leads to a couple more parties of your friends and family. But when you've done that whole middle circle of the flower, and then you go, well, I don't know who else to sell to. Well, that's where the petals come, that you need to find in each party or people that you talk to. You have to get them to then give you a petal where they're gonna have a shopping event, basket party, whatever. And that's how you meet their circle of friends. Okay. And then from that, hopefully you fill your petals all around your circle. And then from there it pollinates, and then you get another flower, and you have to build this business. And to do that, you've got to find other circles of friends, other people's circles of friends, because you only have so many friends and family yourself that you can work through. And then you've got to get out there and get those referrals. And you're right. I think sometimes calling it a party, I've changed my verbiage now. So I don't call it a party. I call it like a shopping event, a shopping link, a shopping social, anything that I don't say party. And I find that has helped me. It doesn't sound as like, there just isn't that negative connotation to it. And so I think that, honestly, just sit down tonight, even if tonight you don't start sending your emails, even tonight, sit down and make your list of 40 people that either have had parties for you before, have ordered on a regular basis. People from your work, friends, friends of your siblings, people in your kids' sports group that you chat with when you go to the soccer games or hockey games. And then do up a nice, little verbiage that you can kind of customize for each person and ask them. It does not hurt to ask. I get asked in my business, being that we're in social, we're in direct sales. I get asked every week to have parties. And I try to pace it. So like, I can't have parties every week because my friends can only buy so much. So I try to do it periodically through the seasons on products that I personally use, and I would like the free stuff. And you're going to get, you'll be surprised at how many parties you book. But if you don't ask, you'll never know. And I really just think that in this business, if you want to hit these targets, which are so important, one, because they end up, remember, this is your business. We're just trying to help you to grow and expand your customer base, which in turn is going to benefit you in paychecks, right? I mean, it's not all about the money. It's about, for me, I love communication and people and chatting, but it does come down to money is great. And building a team that you are also making money on, not just on your sales as the years go by and you are invested and you've been in this business a while, is awesome. And so, that's why we're really pushing you guys to want to do these booking blitzes. It's not just for your PRV. It's to meet new people, to have conversations about, about joining, about Scentsy Club, about, all the different things, about hosting. And so, yeah, that was pretty much it I had for tonight.
All right, thanks, Allison. Sorry, I have been in and out about here. So I don't know what you guys have covered, but a few things that I talked about. Brandy, I don't know if I caught you talking about it. What I like to do is if I get if a hostess had a really, really, really great party, I like to get all of her stuff and put it in a pile and make it look super pretty and say, guess how much the hostess paid for all this Scentsy. And people love to guess. And then whoever gets closest, I'll send them a scent circle. But then when they see how much they can get off of 2 half price host awards, $50 free, $60 free, whatever the case may be, that's really enticing when you can see physically what that can look like, whether that can look like a air purifier and, certain amount of stuff, or a tower of bars and warmers and all that stuff. So I wasn't sure if that was already commented on, but that was one thing I was thinking about as I'm running around with Gus. I know she touched on joining groups. I play Animal Crossing, and I joined an Animal Crossing moms group. And so it's all these moms that are we started playing with our kids, and now our kids don't want to play anymore, but we're still stuck on it. So we share and you make friends and hey, come over to my island and stuff. And then you end up friending them on Facebook, and then they just naturally see what you do. And I never bring up Scentsy to them, but every once in a while they'll be like, oh yeah, you saw Scentsy. Hey, why don't I get that warmer of the month from you? Because that's just gorgeous. And oh, hey, it is $50, but you could get it for free, or you could get it half priced. How about you have a party? Because I don't know all her friends. She lives down in Florida. She lives in Tennessee. She lives in, all over the place. I don't know her friends at all. I just know her through Animal Crossing. And why don't you have just an online shopping link for me? So, I mean, little stuff like that. And, I love Haunted Mansion. So I'm in a Haunted Mansion group. I did not market to them. I promise you, I did not market one thing to them. I saw people in there and I didn't report it either, because I don't like to be the police, but I knew they'd be caught. But just by joining different groups and finding people that you might not have met if it weren't for social media, and just being open to that. And part of that too, you might think, I don't want to have a whole bunch of random strangers on my Facebook. For me, my Facebook, and I've told you guys this before, it's for business. I post on there to show off pictures from the concert I was at, or my kids and stuff. So that way I can look back on it when time hop is this is what happened 2 years ago. This is what happened 5 years ago. And it's kind of like a photo book for me. But ultimately, it's for work. So I don't post anything political. I don't post anything I wouldn't want the world to know. I keep it all very generic. So that way I can use it to market to people. I can use it to get people join my groups that way. and getting people to join, my VIP group, however it says. So I have no problem when someone has a Facebook party and invites all their friends. I add all their friends. I add all of them, and maybe 2 or 3 out of 15, 25, however many will, add me. But hey, that's 3 more people that are going to be seeing stuff that I post, and I'm going to be able to market to them and, ask them about hosting their own parties. So that's another way I like to get to know people, branch out, and then eventually always ask them once they ask about my business, once they ask about ordering, you could get a lot of this free. You just put in a really big order for Brandy's party. Have you ever thought about having your own? And again, not using party, using shopping link, I like to use Scentsy Hangout, or I like to use right now for spring fling, Brandy's Scentsy spring fling, come join us, it doesn't say the word party. It's something a little different. It makes you think of spring, and it's marketing a lot of the stuff that we have right now are all springy scents, or, summer bash or whatever, to say that it's not party, because right now people are party. And I'm getting I'm sure you guys are too, getting lots of spammy emails and Facebook messages, come to my party. And it's not even they'll change your name, but it's this huge long thing that they're copying and pasting, which I know we do too. But y'all, I don't know how many friends have tried asking me to have an Osborne party or to come to it. And my kids, they're not in that age group anymore. They are not into the Osborne, but oh my God, I get so many ones. So by reaching out one-on-one and having authentic conversations about hosting a party, it's a lot more successful than being spammy. But also, you do have to put it out there more. You do have to ask more than just one person a week, which kind of sounds like what Allison was saying, that she sits down once a week and how many people do you ask once a week, would you say?
Well, I have a list of 40 that constantly changes. I try to keep my list of customers, and I go through, and I have ones that if they say no right now, but I would love to in the fall, then I put them on the fall list and circle back. And then sometimes I even pull the friend card and go hey, time for you to have another party. Your last one was great. Love you. I'd love for you to do that. And then they'll be like, all right, but guess what? They're your friends. So what the hell, right? But I don't do that with everyone, but I have friends that periodically they have parties a couple times a year for me. And so I pull those cards on the months where maybe I'm having a hard time booking some parties. But I just think it's great to always be having that business going. And if you're someone that's oh my God, you want me to book parties, but then I have to have the party, worry about that after. Book the parties, and then it's baby steps. Book the parties, and then when you got to get the party set, then get us to help you, then schedule your friend. That's how you're going to learn. You're going to get better by doing it and forcing yourself to do it. And then one other thing I wanted to add that, and I know you said about the spammy emails when it comes to inviting, and yes, sometimes the cut and paste spammy, it can be spammy, after, when I mean the host inviting their guests, but it's way better than you opening a group and having your host mass invite. I don't know how many,
Yes.
I get so many invites to parties a month where no one emailed asking me. I just get the invite, and I don't even know what the party is selling. They don't even say, and it's it's so easy for me to go delete. Whereas if I have some coworker that's hey, Allison, haven't seen you in a while. Hope things are great since COVID. You're doing well. And I'm having this Tupperware party, and I know you love to cook. Okay, I don't love to cook, but let's just say you love to cook. And I just thought of you, and it would mean a lot to me if you would like to come. Well, guess what? I'm probably going to say yes and go and be in that group, because I feel well, she thought of me and I don't want to be rude. Well, then I get there, and then next thing you know, I go, oh God, look I need a new vegetable peeler. And next thing you know, I shopped, even though I totally wouldn't have. But I just feel more obligated when the host personally invites you than having your hosts mass invite, which is so easy, but it's way easier to just be no, I'm not going, delete. So get them. That's one thing I always push with my host. I actually even give them the spiel and then tell them just change the name, and if you want to customize it more. But I get them to do that, and I I always get 12 or more guests that way, where if I let them just mass invite, I don't get as many. So just
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. Mass inviting is
because it's great to
totally
have a booking blitz and it's great to book parties. But if then you book the parties and then nobody comes to the parties and they flop, well, then what good is booking all these right? So you still want to also really try to work with your hostess. And that's why somebody had taught me about boards. So boards is like, I used to keep on my phone in the little yellow notepad all of my copy and paste stuff that I send to my hosts to get them ready for a party. Well, they now have a thing called boards that kind of pops up on the bottom of your keyboard. Like, you know how like your emojis pop up or special keyboards? Well, this boards pop up right in my keyboard, and I have everything saved for like hosts, so that when I have new hosts with parties, everything's right there for me to copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste, you know? And
that's awesome.
I usually open up a chat beside, so I have a group I open up for the party, but then I also have a separate chat with me and the host that I can constantly like work with her to make sure, you know, she's doing the invites, that, you know, we're welcoming everyone that they come in, that I get my host to put sort of her little list of what her favorite things she wants to order or get with her free product, stuff to network to get people engaged in the party. But those boards are great. And the other thing about those boards is, I don't even think I did up all the hosts copy and paste. Another girl at a learning thing I went to, she had them, and it's kind of like Canva where they can share everything on their board to your board. And she had them all made. And I was like, girl, you're so organized. I was like, thank you. But everything was already made up. So check out that. It's called Boards. And
is it an app or?
I think so. And it doesn't cost any money.
Nice.
Give me a sec and let me just see if it's, I want to think it's under something else, like it's Boards, but I keep thinking it's under some other template, but just hold on a minute.
No worries. Does anybody have any questions? Anything you want to know more about before?
Would it be smart? So say if I decided to host a family reunion, would it be like kind of smart to like buy extra car bars and car clips and buy like the Scentsy Go and have them running like nearby? Because I know if you put the coconut lemongrass in, it repels mosquitoes and everything. So if you have those running and it just kind of happens to be like, oh yeah, this is a Scentsy Go.
I would absolutely do that. And actually, I am known, like my aunts and uncles, when I have like Scentsy party, like when I have go to family reunions, if I forget my testers, they're like, well, what the hell? Like, where are your testers? So like, I would just bring your testers and set them out and be like, if anybody feels like smelling, no big deal. Here you go. Because after a while, they're going to get hooked, and then they're going to be like, well, you didn't bring the new testers. Why aren't they here? Or if they ask about the goes, have your testers ready and be like, here, look it. This is what I have.
Yeah, my Aunt Darlene, I had the agate mini warmer, but I have so many mini warmers. She was like, oh, I really want to try Scentsy, but I'm not too sure where to start. So I got her to buy the mini warmer off me, and she loved it so much. She just placed a order for another mini warmer, and she wanted 6 bars with it, but she was just going to do the mini warmer, then a 6-bar bundle. And I told her it'd be cheaper if she got the mini warmer with the 3 bars and then an additional 3 bars. And now she's hooked. She was like, oh, soon I need to get more wax soon. She's like, I'm so afraid of running out.
Either that, or you should have upsold her and said, hey, you know, you get so much off if you get 2 warmers and 6 bars. And then she could have had a second one in her house. And
I
then
tried that. She only wanted 2. She says she only has room for 2 mini warmers, but she wants more wax. So.
Okay, Carrie's saying she takes both her Scentsy goes and a mini warmer to her camper, large size outside on the table. I also take a variety of products, and they are able to shop cash and gear. Hey, that's nice. You have a little Scentsy store in your camper. I have a lot of people who order from me this time of year for their campers, and a lot of them who have the Scentsy wall fan diffusers for their campers, the Scentsy Goes, those type of things, because then you don't have accidents while you're in the camper. And or if you have a Scentsy Go and you bring that, if you're just tent camping, just because of like the fact that it's so versatile. And a lot of people, I don't know how it is in Canada, but here, like in the summer times, like there are so many people who have their home, and then Friday after work, they're gone to their campsite for the rest of the weekend, and then they come back. Do you guys have that too?
Lots, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, or cottages.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I mean, that's definitely, have an extra set, of testers that you bring there too, because you can always place orders and then be like, yeah, I'm going home, this week, but we'll be back up next weekend. And, if this stuff is here, I'll bring it up for you. So yeah, have a little party around the campsite. Have a little party and, you can make your own parties wherever. And lots of them are mystery hostesses. I did a mystery hostess party last month to help me get to ASA, and oh my God, it ended up being like 4 half-price host rewards and I think like $150 in host credit. So the grand prize winner, I gave 2 half-price host rewards and $75 free. And then the second prize winner, I gave 1 half-price host reward and $25 free. And then the third place winner was 1 half-price host reward and $10 free. And they were all excited. They were pumped. And all I did was say, hey, all you have to do is place the order on this link or place the order with me before I close the party. And then I do a drawing. Do it live so then no one can be like, you were playing favorites. You were picking. No, I just do the wheel of names. If you guys don't know what that is, you look up random name picker or whatever. And yeah, mystery hostess parties are a great saver when everyone keeps saying no, because then it's still a way to get people engaged. So
Yeah, that's a good idea, because you can party right in your own group and people are already there. Like if you've added these people to your VIP group anyways, they're already there chilling, watching you post everything. So let's say on a Sunday, you could post doing a mystery host event. Here's the details. And you can just explain like how it works. From there, then, you can just build up orders, build up more and more and more. And then everybody loves free stuff. And you could even you don't have to even do it as like a package deal. Like you could give away, like if you get up to 4 half-off items in that perpetual party reward, you can give 5 half-off items away. I always give, me personally, I give the whole hostess reward to one person, and then I give all the half-off items individually. That's what my customers like. Obviously, everybody's customer base is different. And you're going to know that by dealing with your customers all the time. But yeah, guys, like this business is so amazing. You make up your own rules and, make up your own time and all that kind of stuff, obviously within moderation. Like we can't be going and breaking all the compliance rules, but, we have the benefits of social media now that we can send anything in a private message. And that is not out of compliance. But kind of back to like the topic of booking blitz. Ali does her list in a group of 40. I personally, I go through the alphabet and I just go nuts. And I just go through the alphabet. A, I think of anybody that I can think with A, B, C, D. That's the way I do it. And then I break things into blocks of 5. So I will message 5 people right away, be talking to those 5 people. And then when those, conversations kind of fizzle out, I'll message the next 5 people and the next 5 people. And that's the way I like to do it, because I'm really big on building that customer relationship and building that, kind of rapport. That I don't want to message 10 to 50 people right away. And then all those people are messaging me at the same time. And I'm like, oh, hey, or I'm ignoring their message, or I'm being short with them. I just like to, kind of work in groups of 5. I pick a I call it my Fab Five. And I go from my Fab Five, and I'm just, keep picking 5 at a time. And I always make sure in my neck, like as I'm doing them, because I normally will do them in like, I block out an hour of messaging to sometimes up to 3 hours. And that's how I'm growing and making sure that I'm having lots of parties. I always pick a bundle of 5 that is really scary. And the ones that are like the most intimidating out of those 5 that I'm like, oh, I really don't want to message you, but you've never hosted a party. That's like, I got to do it. I got to see, because you never know. Like they might just be like, yeah, hey, absolutely. Yeah. Let's book a party. Actually, I was going to message you a couple weeks ago and I totally forgot about it. So don't be afraid to hear the no. We always say that, like kind of go for the no. You're going to hear 9 no's before you hear 1 yes. It's just kind of the way it goes. But don't be afraid. But definitely you have to build your network. So after, your family and friends and all those people that, start not booking parties or, maybe not ordering as frequently, you got to start thinking outside the box. So this is where these people are going to come into play, because you're going to talk to, your playgroup mom that normally buys stuff from you and say, hey, like, I know that you love this product, but like, why don't I give you some free and half off items for hosting like a little online get together with your friends? Because for the month of May, I got a pretty cool thing that I can give you, and then show her your list of rewards, show her your list of your personal rewards that you're doing. And you never know, right? Like this party may be the hugest hit and you got a person that joins and you've got, the biggest PRV that you've ever had, because you never know, guys. We can't predict what people are going to order. Like you never know. So that's what you always have to be doing, is always partying in one way or another, whether it be that mystery host party, because that's like a tricky way of just like tricking your VIPs into partying, and they have no idea that they're even partying, because you're just partying within your VIP group anyways, and they're buying all the stuff.
Yep.
It's awesome. Oh, you're muted, Molly.
Sorry. Haley, we talked quite a bit about mystery house parties, but do you want more clarification on that before we close down for the night?
Yeah, I'm just wondering how to keep it like in compliant. Like, I can't say the word right now, but if you know what I mean, like the only way I know how to do it is like just through private message, or do you make it a whole group thing?
I do it in my group, and my group is private. Like you can't see what's going on unless you're in it. So that way they know, but I don't tell like everyone what. I just say I'm having a mystery hostess party and there's an opportunity to, win, earn rewards, however you want to put it. And then I let them know, like if they want more information, then I private message them and say, hey, yeah, this is, what the spiel, the deal is, and then give them the link to either buy online or they message me their message if their order, and then if they're close, we work all that stuff out. So yeah, the only
Okay,
thing that it gets kind of tricky is if you do multiple hostess rewards and they don't live close to you and you have to ship things separately, and then you just have to either work things around where, like, let's say 2 of my hostesses are local, or 2 of the hostess winners are local and 1 is further away, but she picked stuff that is around the same pricing as people who are having their stuff delivered to them, then I just swap it out. Like I have it all sent to her, and then I use someone else's host rewards, like someone else's stuff for her host rewards, but they're still only paying the prices they were supposed to pay, if that makes sense. Like you just kind of swap things around.
I've totally done that before too,
Okay.
Molly. I've totally done that. Or like, let's say somebody that's hosting the party really wants the charity warmer and we know we can't get that free or half off. And somebody else has ordered a $66 warmer. I'll pop that $66 warmer in the half off and then put the one that's not allowed to go half or free in the hostess or half off to make sure that it kind of balances. So where there's a will, there's a way. With Scentsy, we just got to be more creative with our thinking.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, and there's really nothing else special that you have to do for it. And two, I try to let them know that, hey, you know, if so, let's say they win the host rewards, I can send them a private message. I say, here's what you won. You can only use it on this, this, and this. So that way they know going in, hey, you really can't use it on Disney stuff. If you can make it work, and you know, then they're like, oh yay, thank you, that's so great, if they really, really, really want something. But I try to let them know straight up that like, this is how our host rewards work. So that way they're not getting too disappointed or their heart set on something that I can't do. So yeah. All right.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Every time I see mystery host parties, I get super confused. And then I read too much and I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing.
And it just takes a little bit too. But the thing is you try it and you have a great support system standing right in front of you. So you can always message myself or Brandy or Allison or anybody else, you know, who's done them before. So, I mean, there's a wealth of information if you get stuck. And I know on your guys' active team page, I mean, if you post a question, people will answer it super quick for you. So I say just dive in and figure it out as you go. That's what I like to do.
One last thing I wanted to add, and maybe you guys talked about this because I jumped on late, was I had great results with those picture. Did you guys talk about the image where you do like a picture that you post on your social media with a bunch of items saying like, pick an item, you'll be glad you did. And then
No,
so,
I
like,
don't.
so at Valentine's Day, I had the one that had a whole bunch of hearts that said like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I had great results on booking parties with that. And then like in March, I had like pot of gold leprechauns, but you always get people that bite that are like, ooh, number 5. And then I would say like, hey, you got number 5. If you let me have a shopping event for you for a week, I will throw in an extra 3-pack or 6-pack of bars, which you can use your perpetual party reward for that. Like, you know what I mean? So that you're getting it for half price, but you're going to make money because they're booking a party, and that's on a qualifying. So if their party doesn't qualify, then they don't get anything. But I always have great results with those kind of booking things because you're not reaching out to them cold. They reach out to you, and then, you know, they reach out and then you answer them. And then usually most people will say, okay. So that's just another way that if you're timid about just sending out cold emails, try that. And I think Carrie posted a bunch of those pictures of where there's like a bunch of different items. It's in our group albums, right, Carrie? Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
those are hit or miss for me, but I know that they work really well for some of my girls too, because people just love that, you know, they level a deal. And yeah, when I do those, or if I say I have like an awesome, you know, hostess special, and then they message me, I usually will do what you said, you know, using a half price host reward to get them something. So if like it's a customer who I know buys from me a lot, and hey, you've never tried a moisture medley, or you've never tried, I say, how about if you book a party with me and it hits 200, I always say it has to hit, you know, 200, which I say is so easy to do because we walk it through. Anyway, then I'll be like, you can pick your own bundle of, you know, body bundle or clean bundle or laundry bundle or whatever you're willing price wise, whatever is in your budget. Now I know a few of you are pretty new. So doing, you know, a mini warmer that's $25 and just doing half of that for a hostess, you know, booking special is more than enough. You don't have to do something that's gonna break the bank, because like Orville always says, and I love to say too, is like, you don't spend family money on Scentsy, you spend Scentsy money on your family. So don't go broke trying to start your business up, because that's just gonna lead to stress. That's just gonna make you upset. That's just gonna make you feeling sour towards this company, and that's not the way it's supposed to be. So don't feel like you have to have a lot of stock. Don't feel like you have to spend a lot of money. Make it work for you. So when you have this party and it hits 200 and you know you're making, you know, how much money off of what your PRV is going to be, then you can say, all right, that's not so bad that I'm spending $10, $12 to, you know, reward this hostess, because you want to reward the hostesses. You want to spoil them. You want them to spread your name around and say, hey, you want to party with Molly because she spoils the crap out of you, and you will not be disappointed. So that way, when her friends are like, you know, oh, I don't know if I want to book a party or not, be like, look how much, you know, look how much Kristen got. Look how much she got from her party. And oh, and Molly made it all look pretty and blah, blah, blah. You know, however you want to do it, Molly made it so fun. However, but word of mouth is what's gold in this business. So you want to make sure that you really are going above and beyond. So that way that word spreads like wildfire, because more people are going to come to you than somebody else who isn't doing that kind of stuff. All right. Anything else anyone wants to add? Otherwise, I think we can say goodnight.
I'm putting together little hostess things. Try to get somebody to book a party. Just a cute little bag with a room spray and a scent circle.
Cute.
Book a party. Get this for free.
Nice.
A little something, you know, a little something extra. You know, you don't have to go above and beyond. You don't have to break the bank. I got 6 room sprays and 6 matching scent circles. I use them on my free and half off. And it's still a business write-off.
Yep.
So stick a few cute stickers on the front and you're laughing. It looks great.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So I guess, guys, like, really what we're leaving with you with tonight is you need to set yourself an alarm for tomorrow, or you can even do it as soon as we get off this event. And you need to be reaching out to people. Make your list tonight. Reach out tomorrow, but you actually have to do it. And then we want to hear back. We want feedback. So if I'm your director, or if Allison's your director, or Molly's your director, we're here to help you every step of the way. If you get stuck on verbiage, we're here, but we want to hear feedback. So like, I have a little thing here that Jason Harwood kind of, I guess, was on a booking blitz call and just had a thing that said, just to give you guys an idea, says, hi blank, it's blank. So hi Molly, it's Brandy. Your Scentsy rep calling. Just a quick question. My directors challenged me to book as many Scentsy sniffs and get-togethers, or whatever you want to do, as I can in the next 45 minutes. And the person with the most wins an awesome prize. And you also get a prize too. If you can help me out tonight, and book a party, I will throw in a free, whatever it is that you want to offer them for free, on top of all the other free and half off price items that you're already receiving from Scentsy. What do you think? You're ending it with a question because it's open-ended, so they can come back to you. If they say yes, ask if a weeknight or a weekday works best for them. Offer them 2 dates, book the party. Book the party then. Once they pick the date, put it in your calendar. That's your date with that person. Nobody else can take it. If they say no thanks, then you're going to ask them if they can think of anyone that might want to book. If they want, and you can give them a free, again, whatever you pick, if their referral books a party. So guys, that goes back to the referral program. And treating our customers like gold, so they're always going to come back. If you get an answering machine, you can even leave a message if you're actually calling these people and just say, hi Molly, it's Brandy, your Scentsy rep calling. I have a quick question for you, and I'm wondering if you can call me back ASAP. Leave your phone number. So pretty straightforward, but always kind of ending it in a question, so that people are going to answer you. Yeah, and that verbiage came right from head office through Jason Harwood. So I know it is all within compliance, which is great. So
Yes, we want to stay in compliance. All right, well, then I guess we'll let everyone go on that note. Thanks for sharing that, Brandy.
no problem. I can't wait to hear how everybody does tomorrow.
I know. It's gonna be so exciting. We're gonna have so many parties for this group this month. Woo!
know.
Next month, setting yourself up for the months to come. And yeah,
Guys, even if they say like, no, sorry, I'm too busy, but I'd like to book something in June or July, book the party. Mark it
get
down.
it,
in the
get a
catalog.
date or a week, or say, okay, I'll contact you back on July 1st and we'll set something up. Or, and then write it down on a, like I print out like the blank monthly calendars, just like a blank calendar, and I put it up on my wall here right by my computer. And I write like names, like this party is starting on this person started party is starting this day. These people I have to contact the first of the month, you know, and I have it there. So when I sit down, I'm like, all right, yep, that's what I gotta do. That's what I gotta do. Because
Mhm.
otherwise I'll forget. Or put
Amen.
it as a Google alert in your phone or something. Figure out a way.
Yeah, I
But-
dare everybody right now to set an alarm on their phone for tomorrow. And as soon as that alarm goes off, that is your trigger that you've got to start messaging people, calling people, sending out emails, smoke signals, whatever it is that you do to get those people engaged. I dare you.
You can do it.
Yep.
And we can do hard things, guys.
Yes, it's all in your head. You just have to push past that fear. And once you do, you are unstoppable.
You got it.
That's what my spin instructor said on my call this morning. And I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. So I posted it because I'm like, God, that's badass. Yeah. Okay. Got to
Love
keep
it.
reminding yourself that because it's all mental. It's all
Yeah.
mental. It's
And
just
one
getting
of
out of
my,
your own
like,
way.
one of my favorite like sayings that I heard God like years ago, and I'm probably gonna say it wrong, but it's something along the lines of work your business for the first 5 years like no one else, so
Mhm.
that you can live your life like
Orville said that.
like yeah, maybe that's where I've heard it, like most live your
Yep,
life
work
like-
your business for a few years like no one else, so you can live like no one else
yeah.
later on.
Yeah. So it's like literally making small sacrifices or making small or even large sacrifices now so that you can sit back in 5 years from now and go, do you remember when we were struggling to pay the hydro bill? And now look at us. Like that was us 5 years ago and we are amazing.
Mhm.
Look at all the hard things that we overcame, and Scentsy helped us do all those things. So
And this is like the number one way to get it going, because parties are where it is, and you
Yeah.
grow everything from there. You grow contacts, you grow, dollar amount, you grow team, you grow. I mean, everything grows from the first party. So
got
get
it.
out there and meet some new people. Talk to some new people.
I'm gonna meet tons of new people on Friday. I'm so excited. I'm like in my best, like I'm gonna be in the best mood ever.
Oh my God, you're like so hyper about it. I can tell.
I am, because I'm such a people person, and I'm like, oh my God, I get to people. I haven't peopled in a really long time. I
Without
hope I
children
have
too.
words. Like, I hope I can find my words that I don't like. Blah, 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 blah.
Mhm.
It'll be great.
You'll be just fine. You'll have a blast.
I hope so.
All right, everybody. Well, have a great night and we'll see you soon.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
everybody.